Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to North Shore Live Cooper's Corner. We're live this evening, May the 9th, 2018. We're in May, oh my goodness sakes. And Sunday is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all of you out there who are mothers and grandmothers and aunts that are mothers and whatever else, but happy Mother's Day. As you can see, you're able to view this on my YouTube, North Shore Live, CC, Cooper's Corner. And if you have any questions about this program, or you're a military veteran, and you'd like to be on the program, we'd love to have you. Just connect with me, and we'll be happy to have you sit right here live in person in the studio for an hour, and then after that the world gets to see you and hear you on YouTube. But we love veterans, and we're a military family with veterans, many, and we like to help and extend our hand in helping you who have served so proudly, and we thank you for your service. This evening we have a wonderful guest, and I have to tell you, this has been many years. This is the first time in so many years I connected with Paula Lundell from Horsefeathers. Maybe you saw the front page. And Horsefeathers is in Lake Forest, and it's a riding equestrian establishment. And we just never could get the time. Either Paula was busy that time, or I couldn't get her in the schedule. But this evening, for your enjoyment, entertainment, education, we have a wonderful gentleman who is, Navy veteran, and who is out there at Horsefeathers Therapeutic Riding, and it's a non-for-profit organization. So whatever you can do, they don't take anything from the government, and they have beautiful horses, and Dan can give you more information. So I'm not going to do any more of this talking here. Let's go to Dan. So Dan Wickstead, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
And thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And please educate us on what is Horsefeathers Therapeutic Riding.
Horsefeathers Therapeutic Riding is a stable environment with horses and riding, and we take all kinds of riders. It is a not-for-profit, so we do operate on the kindness and generosity of our community. All the money that we take in, we spend on the property and making the lives of the horses much better, and volunteers, and keep the place running. What therapeutic riding is, there's actually 3 different types of lessons that we incorporate at Horsefeathers. We do the regular therapeutic riding. There is some independent riding, and there is also hippotherapy riding. Hippotherapy riding is where we have patients, I should say, riders that need special
Is that
needs.
care? Needs, yeah.
There's some special needs children and young adults and even adults. We try not to turn anybody away. We take all ages and get them going. It's a one-on-one experience with the rider and the therapist. We have occupational therapists that walk with the horses and deal with the patients or the riders. There is a leader of the horse on the nose of the horse, and then there is a sidewalker to the right of the horse there for safety, to stabilize and to make sure that the environment stays safe for everybody. In the arena during the ride, the rider will experience all kinds of stimulation and exercise and therapy.
How long of a program is this? I mean,
the sessions are in half an hour. Yeah, the rides last for a half an hour, and we quite busy. We rotate pretty much exactly on time, on the hour and on the half hour. Part of my job is to making sure that that runs smoothly, making sure that the horses in the back are groomed, tacked, and ready to go. We also operate on a volunteer basis, so we're always in need of volunteers to come out and have hands-on
Wow.
horse experience.
Is that exciting?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Volunteers are always
volunteers. Okay, that's
welcome.
great.
Yeah, on the website there's Horsefeathers Riding Centers, or horsefeatherscenters.org.
Yeah.
is the website. There's a volunteer tab up on the top, and there's a video in a short form that you can fill out and print out and bring with you, and we welcome anybody for all opportunities. There's not only horse duties that can be attended to after some brief training and orientation. There's barn duties as well if you're not keen on the horses. There's lots of other projects going on all the time that need to be accomplished. Nick is a fabulous operator and proprietor, and more caring guy than I have ever met. He
Terrific.
doesn't try to turn anybody away. Again, it's the hippotherapy is the half an hour experience one-on-one with the therapist for that's usually under prescription care from a doctor. We're a member of PATH, which is the Professional Association of Therapeutic Horsemanship, and we're also a member of the Hippotherapy Association.
How many people ride in the arena? Is the arena very large?
It's not a small arena, and we can have or have had up to 4 to 5 therapy rides at the same time.
And does
So-
everybody follow the same routine? Or?
No, absolutely not. There are, like I said, many of our activities and stimulating activities in the arena. We set up cones for a serpentine path. We set up rails for a jumping type experience. We have balls hanging from the ceiling that have balls on them that the riders can strike and ring the bell and listen to them.
The horses jump with the kids on them?
They're 4x4 poles, so they step over them, but they
over
do use different muscles in their body, and the riders experience
That feeling.
different
Oh, wow.
that different motion, and it affects them. It activates different muscles for them. They're stabilizing and core muscles and all those little stabilizing muscles in a rider's body.
And they have to hold on with their knees or legs, or
Like I said, there's the leader and the sidewalker and the therapist, and we keep a safe hand
That's
on all
terrific.
unstable riders and make them comfortable. So yeah, it's a great experience for everybody involved. I say Horsefeathers is the place that we all love to give love. We just do.
and give it and receive it.
Yeah.
That's how wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, is this all year round?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I mean,
All days but Monday. We operate Tuesday to Sunday. Therapeutic rides on the weekends start early, 9:30ish, and I believe 9:30 actually. And during the week we have field trips that we call. We have buses of children that come in to experience, and young adults that experience rides, and they're on a regular type scheduler through the school district. Then we have our therapeutic rides, and our OTs show up in the afternoons during the week. Friday, Saturday, and Sundays are busy days. Again, we could use volunteers. Volunteers would be an outstanding.
yes, just keep throwing that in there, because
volunteers of any type
if
and
volunteers
all kinds.
with cleanup in the stable or the barn,
Yeah.
or where.
Yeah, there's all kinds of duties.
There's
yes.
people that prefer not to be in the front line. They prefer to be, handling and grooming the animals if they
Absolutely.
knew how to do that. That's
Absolutely.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Do these horses, if this is a all year round, do they ever get any time off? I mean, don't they?
There are specific rules for hippotherapy and therapeutic horses as to how long that they can work, and the horses at Horsefeathers are definitely cared for very well, watched after greatly. They're not overworked. They're very well cared for. They're touched every day, and they're
the feeling,
yeah, they're great horses.
That's pretty good for kids. Children that probably have never had an animal.
Yes.
and they have this huge animal. You mentioned before we were in the green room that you've got ponies and you've got
Yes.
middle-sized
Yes, we
horses.
have all different riders, sizes and riders. We try, like I said, accommodate as many as we can, or as all people, anybody that comes out.
And is there a station of some sort for food or?
We have a small break room, but the stable is a great stable. It's in need of some things. We're in need of donations. We need some donors. We need some steady donation activities.
And volunteers.
And volunteers, of
and
course.
Volunteers.
And
Keep throwing volunteers in there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know that the school districts in around this area. I mean, this is in Lake Forest.
Correct. Yeah, we're located in Lake Forest.
And does the school districts from Highland Park or Deerfield or Lake Forest?
Again, it's mostly special needs.
But there is,
children, I'm trying to remember most of the school names. It's allocated through the superintendent, and Paula would know more about that, actually.
But NSSCD, does that sound familiar to you? North Suburban Special Education?
It's possible. Again, I'm not
yeah.
the most informed on that.
But I never even knew that. I mean, that aspect of it.
Yeah.
So Paula's got, her thumb on the pulse.
Correct.
She's got everything. That's wonderful.
Yeah, hippotherapy is a bona fide therapy. Putting a disabled or special needs patient or rider on a horse.
On a horse.
Really it can be a life-changing event.
But but if they've never been on a horse, then what do you do? And they're terrified.
There have been children that hesitate at first, and with some calm coaxing or some clear decision making, we can typically get difficult riders up, and they may fuss and they may or not want to leave their parents, but once they start walking, once they start moving, there's enough distraction and there's enough help to
get them up
have
there.
them enjoy their ride.
Now, I asked you before about a saddle or like a little seat, so they don't wobble off.
Riders on bareback pads.
Yeah.
That's the most stable and safe for them and the horse. It utilizes much more stabilizing muscles for the rider. It's kind of a trick, they don't really know it that
they don't know
that they're holding all using
sure.
their body and activating all those muscles
and you go
while
like
they're
for
riding.
sure.
And we do have like I said, a full team on the ride for safety and balance, and we don't have any accidents.
Well, that's a wonderful experience for a child that might really be in need of some, I don't know, physical.
Yes, it's physical rehabilitating.
It's physical, for
mentally
sure.
Rehabilitating.
And that would be wonderful for the mental portion, because they would have accomplished something.
Yeah, absolutely.
To ride a horse,
there's
to ride.
throughout
That's
the
incredible.
farm.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Do they get to feed the horse? I mean, can you give them a carrot or something?
We do have, again, everything operates on donations and kindness of volunteers. So we do have apples at times, and we do have carrots at times, and riders and some of the field trip participants do treat the horses.
How nice.
We don't hand feed any of our horses for safety reasons, but they do get to experience the horse taking a bite out of an apple or something when they roll it into their stall.
Cute.
Oh yes, it's very nice.
Oh, that's really sweet.
And our horses are
nice.
They're just so gentle and nice. They're great horses. They're,
really
therapeutic
very
horses
nice.
As well.
Paula doesn't have like a petting zoo there. It's just strictly horses?
Yeah, it's just horses. Yeah,
Just
horses. And then Oliver, the Pomeranian.
A Pomeranian.
Yeah.
A 4-pound Pomeranian.
Yeah. He's the attack dog.
The attack dog. Like I mentioned, we used to have a Pekingese, but we never knew which side was coming or going with the Pekingese. At least the Pomeranian looks like a little fox.
Yeah. Oh, he's a cutie. He's very nice. He's very approachable. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Jeez. So how does he get along with I mean, he's under their feet,
He's he's domesticated. I mean, he doesn't wander the barn. He doesn't really have a lot of interaction with the horses. He knows enough to not, get in
Get
with
in there.
them.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
And he can't get into the stalls if the doors are closed. Tigger is the cat around the place, and he's got a different attitude towards the horses. He's in charge of the place, so
Of
he
course.
comes and goes as he pleases.
Absolutely. They're very independent that way.
Yes.
Do the horses, what kind of names do the horses have?
We have. I'm not sure where the names all originated because we usually take horses in on either a rescue or a donation basis.
Right.
So I don't know where their names originate, but we have horses with cute names and with complicated names and show names.
Show names. Wow. Wow. I mean, and who's your gentlest horse? What's the most that everybody would want to go to because that horse really defines being gentle?
That's a good one. They all have such great temperament and distinct personalities. I say hello to Ernie every day. He's a little pony. He's very sweet.
A pony.
He meets you, greets you with his head out over his gate, and I start my day saying hi to him usually.
Ernie, that's
Yeah,
cute. That's
yeah,
cute.
Little Ernie.
Now, how do you? I mean, you brush the horses, but
Yeah, grooming is a
that's a task.
multifaceted.
Yeah, that's a task all by itself.
It is.
How do
There's
do you wash
technique.
them? Yeah.
No, we don't wash them. There are many tools that we use. We concentrate on five of them. We start with a curry, and we curry down the horse in small circular motions along their sides and
That's
their
the
feet.
brush. Is that the
Yeah,
brush?
it's called a curry. It's like can be a mitt. It's a little plastic nubby
Oh yeah.
type thing. Some are handheld, and so it's small circular circles. And then you take the hard brush and you brush them down
Brush 'em
with
down.
that, and short strokes, and flick up all the dust and the loose hair. And then the soft brush gives them a nice, smooth, shiny surface.
Oh,
And then
they
we use
glisten.
a hairbrush to comb their mane
Wow.
and their tails, and we pick their hooves. So and that happens quite frequently with all of them. They're used to hands-on, so the horses are used to it, and they all get groomed every day, and it's a great experience. The volunteers that come in are able to do that with, like I said, a short orientation and a little bit of training for safety, and then we let them go, and we never ask anybody to do anything that's they're uncomfortable doing.
Now you're talking about the arena, but are there paths outside a walk path that they could
Not
pack?
at this current location, no. That would be nice to have trail riding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not currently where we're at on Riverwoods, no.
Well, as long as the kids get an opportunity to ride. Now, is the arena is that heated?
Yes. There's heated lights.
So in the winter, it's not cold.
It's temperate. I mean, it's not hot. I would
Well,
say.
yeah.
With the heaters, it's a comfortable arena.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like being outside. No, it's comfortable. The heat
It's
works
comfortable.
Well. Yeah.
I
heat
mean,
works well.
so the horses aren't walking in snow and slush and cold.
No, it's a sand arena. It's
nice.
it's enclosed. It's roofed. It's an enclosed arena. Yeah. It's
That's,
comfortable and dry. And sitting on a horse, you get warm anyway. They're warm
Oh
animals.
yeah,
so,
absolutely,
being near
absolutely.
them, yeah.
Now, to gauge the animal to the client, is it according to size? How do you do that?
There's
you have to stand this tall and you get an animal this tall?
No, Nick is very good at matching up riders to horses. It's almost mysterious how good he is. It's magical.
How mysterious.
It's a magical thing. Like I said, Horsefeathers is a place that we love to give, and there's no bigger giver than Nick.
Wow.
And we do have plenty of love to give as well. So. Nick does most of the riding. We do try different horses for different patients to see if there's a different reaction or see how comfortable they are. Some riders choose the horse that they like after riding many different styles.
They can choose.
So yeah, there's choices involved. There's horse's temperament versus the rider's, ability. There's a lot of factors that go into that, and we're next great at matching them up. It's
That's
never an issue.
incredible.
Yeah.
So if you have, I mean, when you said a bus, are there more? How many kids are usually on a bus? Like
We take, like
10?
I said, the field trip might be like an hour, and that's two rides of 30 minutes, and
Wow.
we can, like I said, we can get up to 5 riders if we have the volunteers and the staff involved to get as many as 5 riders going at a time. So that could be 10 people in an hour.
10 people.
Sometimes like I said, we accommodate everybody as long as it takes,
And you have to make, I mean, you must have, at this point, I mean, school is almost out. This
Yeah.
is, school's
Yeah,
going to be
field trip's
another
probably
month,
closing
whatever.
down,
So-
but we still have regular
Reg-
therapeutic riding.
they come
and
anyway.
hippotherapy riding.
Okay.
And we have lessons. We have teaching.
Lessons.
There's riding lessons involved as well. A lot of the participants have started at a young age, pony or field trip, or walking around, and now are independent riders participating in the Special Olympics.
Wow.
And
That's,
Nick brings them along and
did you
picks the
guys
horses for them.
win any awards or anything? Got any statues or trophies or?
I don't believe that Horsefeathers itself takes recognition for any of that stuff. It's a rider achievement.
Oh.
We provide the horses and the support and the love, and
Yeah.
through the kindness of, like I said, donations and volunteers, we're able to provide that service.
So the kids themselves, or whomever it might be,
Yes.
they then could go on to Special Olympics.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. We take a constituency to Special Olympics. We
wow.
run 3 to 4 qualifying shows for the Special Olympics each year. We have one coming up on Friday. I think it's the 17th.
Oh.
And we'll have riders from that have trained at Horsefeathers do their routine and show off their skills on their horse.
I was just going to ask you, do we have any shows coming up, or do you have any fundraisers or whatever?
We just had a spring gala for the Kentucky Derby.
What, key zowie.
On Saturday. It was a fantastic event.
Incredible.
So yeah, we're always looking for fundraising ideas and tips and community support in all of those ways.
That's outstanding. That's outstanding. So, I mean, you just blew me away with that, with the Kentucky Derby. You mentioned.
Yeah, it was a derby. It was a derby gala, is what they called it. It was a spring
Wow.
fundraiser, and it was. I didn't attend. It was at Highland Park Country Club, and it was some of our finest donors and
Nice.
therapists and other supporters
Wow,
around.
nice, very nice. Well, so if that just happened, and school's going to be out in another month, so you don't have anything really planned until when? Later in the summer?
Long-term planning,
Dan?
like I'm not well versed on. I do know that there is a Special Olympics qualifying show on Friday of next week. Other than that, it's still daily rides, all week long.
That's, wow, that's really, now, these horses that you groom and handle,
Yeah.
do they, I mean, do their manes get in the way? Do you have to braid the mane, or their tails, or?
For show animals, there's certain requirements for them to look pretty and stuff like that. We keep them well groomed and natural as much as possible. We trim what we need to. And,
I mean, the kids don't grab on the mane. I mean, would that be?
You can grab on a mane, yeah.
Would that be
actually part of
bothersome?
support. No.
No?
Horses are used to that, and as far as I know, they don't have nerves in their hair endings like we do. So brushing a tail, a tangle out of a tail or something like
Yeah.
that isn't that bothersome. You can yank on it and pull it out. So.
But doesn't the horse turn around to see,
They're curious animals. They're prey animals. They're very defensive of everything that's around them. So if you can approach them in a calm and understanding way, they're not threatened. They don't feel threatened by you if you have the right energy.
do they know the difference when a child
I think that they do. I think that they smaller people,
yeah.
humans approach them. I think
Yeah.
that they understand that, this is take with care, and
Yeah.
they have better behavior.
As it would be, an older child,
Yeah, yeah,
because and I guess you said that the horses are matched.
yeah,
Nick matches them
yeah.
to the degree of whatever the disability of the
Like-
kid would have.
Yeah, there's good matches and bad matches. There's lots.
And you
of
can
people,
always change.
There's people in the barn that understand the temperament of each horse, and their
Yeah.
attitudes and their personalities. They have distinct personalities, and yeah, sometimes you can tell what that probably wouldn't be a good ride for that horse, or a good match that way.
Good match, yeah.
That could be a good match, and it's always willing to try and see what happens. So.
Well, it's they're all there for one purpose,
Yes.
and that's to enhance their emotional stability and their their physical stability.
Absolutely.
And so, I mean, that's really remarkable. There was at one time a horse riding establishment in Morton Grove. I don't know.
There's several around. I'm not certain.
And
may have been Nick.
they had, they had some. The arena was wonderful.
Yeah,
And
the
they
arena
had
is set up very nicely.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with the stimulating activities and the visual stimulation that's there, and the hands-on activities that are involved in the riding. I'm impressed with all of that happens at the arena. In our arena, there's some favorite games for the kids.
Because that's so important. Colors, colors in
absolutely.
there.
Yeah, with colors, shapes, numbers.
That's
different
what I'm
vehicles,
saying, yeah.
Princesses, the alphabet is visually displayed.
Yeah,
several times.
Yeah.
We do have shapes and Disney characters and cartoon characters and anything that can be stimulating to the children. Lots of different colors.
Colors.
Yeah.
What catches my thought is since red is so vibrant, and would be very stimulating, red or green or yellow, blue, I don't know, depending if it's
blue, purple. Orange.
If it's like a navy blue, I don't know, does that doesn't get your attention as much as an orange would, or
Sure.
a yellow.
Sure.
That would be.
Sure.
Now would mention that. Now would those colors come in? Are those balls? And you said that they hang with bells on them or something.
Yeah, there's some sport balls or horse balls that are hanging from the ceiling on pulley system with bells attached to them. So
Now, do the kids?
the rider will we can stop at the ball and exercise with it. They can lift it and move it around and manipulate it. They
Really?
can slap at it and swing it, and it'll swing back and catch it. They can swing it off to the side as we walk past. It'll keep swinging. There's
didn't know that.
yeah, and each ball has a different bell on it. It makes a different sound, and you can
Wow.
engage the rider into what
That's
kind
incredible.
of bell it is, and
That's
that kind of thing.
That's really well. We have to have you on again, and next time when you come on, you should bring some pictures. I hope Paula
Yeah,
will
that's a very good idea.
give you
Yeah,
some
I
pictures
wasn't
so we
prepared.
can show our viewers, because although you described it wonderfully, I am in amazement because I had no idea.
Yeah.
And
A lot of people don't. Yeah,
and
no,
does
they said hippotherapy is a bona fide therapy for
had no idea.
children. It's a yeah.
does this
Horseback riding.
does this not disturb or bother the horse?
It takes a certain temperament of horse.
I mean, doesn't get alarmed or
They
back
can.
up or
They can.
whatever?
Horses typically don't like anything over their head, so the
Yeah.
balls can be intimidating. Our horses have been acclimated to that. Noises on the street and cars pulling in and out and people's voices and stuff like that. Most of the therapy horses
Voices.
understand that that's their job, so they remain calm, and there's confidence in our leaders to keep the horses
the animal
calm.
calm.
Yeah, and also our sidewalkers and our therapists have all have horse experience to some degree and understand that.
So, if the child or the client screams, the horse isn't going to be startled?
It may be, but it's recoverable. There's not, you know, the horses aren't, and the riders can learn that, you know.
Not
they can,
to scream.
Sure, squeezing hard on a horse can get him a little agitated, you know, or he'll let the leader know, hey, something's happening, and you know, you check on that, and you know, make him nice and relaxed and sit tall.
Relaxed.
And yeah, you want the rider to have a great experience, tall and relaxed.
So what time is this starting? I mean, what time do you have to be there to groom them before the crowd comes in?
9 o'clock a.m.
Really?
Yeah, is when the grooming starts.
And when does everybody get bedded down? I mean, the horses are put
We
in
typically are through with the riding day at 7 p.m.
all right. Are the horses?
Some days earlier.
But are the horses then walked? I mean, I don't know, what do you do for the horses to relax them from their day of work with these children?
It's not strenuous work for them, so their stall time enables them to recover quite nicely. They eat 3 times a day, so they're always eager and waiting for their meal.
Does a horse lay down to rest?
No, they sleep standing up, but they do lay down occasionally. When in the morning when we're grooming the stalls are being mucked out. The horses get turned out and get exercise out on their own outside or in the arena without riders, and they can play, and some get turned out together and they're playful together. And they take they roll in the sand, and they shake themselves off.
They roll.
Yeah, it's a way of them keeping themselves clean, and most of them do it every day. So. Because
to be on their feet with these riders and extra weight on their back all that time.
Yeah, it doesn't bother them.
It doesn't bother them?
Horses are pack animals for the most part. They understand that. Weight on their back is. I mean, you don't put a heavy person on a small horse.
Small animal, yeah.
You give what they can handle, but horses are resilient and strong, and they can handle it. Yeah, they're used to that.
This is very, very interesting. Now, I'm enthralled with you being here. Now, you said you cleaned the hoofs, but who does the shoeing or the?
We have a farrier that comes in on Mondays and checks and makes sure that the horses are all taken care of and their feet are in good shape.
Do they have horseshoes?
Some of them wear shoes because they're used to them, and because of certain hoof and growth areas or growth issues that they may have. Some do not. Ponies don't wear shoes. They don't need to. The weight distribution is fine, and those are in good shape.
And I was going to ask, is it necessary to put horseshoes on all horses?
No, it depends on what they do with their feet and how they're used as horses.
Well, in the ring, you said you've got a sand basic.
Yeah, it's a sand arena.
Okay,
yeah.
so
they're walking in a soft surface.
So they're not really on concrete or
no. If they were
asphalt or anything.
Correct, and if they were running or cantering, heavily cantering, then they would need more shoes to help distribute the weight and not split the hooves and all of that. So the mechanics of racing or running.
Is it still the metal, or can they have rubber?
There's all kinds of different types of shoes. I'm not well versed in farrier
and the shoes
or whatever it is. But yes, I know that there's all kinds of different types of shoes. I've seen 3 or 4 different types get put on.
I know the metal ones for sure.
Yes. Yeah. Well, in the old, I don't know if they do it anymore, but there were rubber shoes for horses that stay a lot on the concrete or asphalt, because they can wear down their metal ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the carriage horses, I believe, have rubber shoes.
Now, do you get any of the horses like from the carriages that go on Michigan Boulevard or?
Not that I'm aware of at this point. We did get some police horses, retired police horses from active duty, have come to the barn.
Well, the police officers retire. They can't very well take their horse home.
No.
Horse if you had a dog, you could take the dog home, but
the horse retires as well.
That'd be it.
Yeah. Yeah. Typically, I don't know how many riders a horse might have in its lifetime, but when they're retired, they're great horses for therapy because they're
Yeah,
acclimated to all
for
the noise
sure.
and distractions of people. So.
And, you know, if they're in the city, my God.
No traffic and all that. Yeah.
Traffic, horns blowing, whatever, people crossing. cars.
That's for the most part, our therapeutic horses are very acclimated to all
They're
kinds of distractions.
acclimated. They're acclimated.
I mean, they won't spook a little bit, but you know that's what the leader's for, and that's what the arena's set up for, and there's, you know, it's a very safe environment. There's nothing to be scared of.
Now, they can see each other. The horses know who's in front of them or behind them, or do you put those
We do not have
side-
blinders for the horses. Horses typically don't see straight in front of them because they're prey animals. They have some blind spots. Their flanks are
Really?
blind, and their front, right straight in front of them is blind
Can
as
they
well.
s- they
They
can't
see
s-
kind of towards the angle in
Peripherally.
the back and
Yeah,
peripherally.
yeah.
Their eyes are on the side of their head, as most
Oh,
prey
they
animals
can't-
are.
They can't see like.
Yeah, they're constantly worried about what's going to happen to them. You know, it's their safety. It's the horses are prey animals.
Wow,
You have
yeah.
to approach them that way.
Well, like a bird. A bird's got eyes on the side. They have to turn their head
Correct.
to see. You know, and,
Yeah.
I noticed that with parakeets or any
Yeah,
other
the birds have
Yeah, they go
independent
like
eyes
that.
too. They can
Yeah,
they can look at you a little bit.
I think there's a lizard or a frog that does
Yeah,
that.
I don't know. It's
And the eyes, they rotate.
iguana.
Is that it?
Yeah,
And I don't know how they
Yeah,
do
they're
that.
big cones
Did you
and they're-
see that? Yeah,
Mhm,
did you see that? It's incredible. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness
Yeah,
sakes.
those are iguanas.
Yeah, they're that's wild. This sounds like fun.
It is.
This
It's a great
is,
place to work.
Dan, this sounds like such fun.
It is.
And they're really doing a very tedious job, but it sounds like they're having a ball.
Yeah, I think everybody has a ball.
Is
It's
there
the- it's the-
and
it's
is
the
there
place-
and is there any reason why they shouldn't?
No, absolutely not. No, we are the place that, you know, loves to give. We really
Wow.
do. We
See?
love to give.
Love.
Yeah, yeah. And we have lots of love to give.
That's
at Horsefeathers.
that's
So
really
it's
wonderful.
It's a wonderful environment. Yeah. Supportive and-
Wonderful.
yeah.
How long has Horsefeathers been there? Do you know?
In this current location, several years. They have been in existence for quite a long time. I'm a newbie. I've only been with the organization for just over a year, but it has a long history.
So yeah, and the fact that these horses give so much
Absolutely.
of themselves.
Yeah. I think everybody does. The volunteers as well.
They too.
The therapists as
It
well.
shows
the
it,
parents
see.
as well. The everybody. The riders. There's so much support there. It's you know, not to say we
So-
can't use more.
So if anybody or veterans or schools are looking in, and I hope that you are looking in, and you're interested in this, how would someone could they contact you? And they
Through the Horsefeathers website is the email and phone number and address and the volunteer form.
okay, it's right there, right under your. There you go.
Yeah, horsefeathercenter.org.
Yeah.
That is correct. That's the best way to start your search on Horsefeathers. Come in is a great idea. Drop in and
Yeah. Would there be a tour? Could
yeah, the time permitting with the ride schedule and the amount of people we have
Okay.
on hand, we're always willing to give tours and explain what we do and meet the horses and meet some personalities and lots of great people. And yeah, it's a great place to come and visit and hang out and work and volunteer and all of that. So see horses and see some great riding.
Can you pet them? You
Yeah.
can pet them.
Yeah.
That's therapeutic in of itself.
It is.
To
It is.
pet
There's a
the
calming
animal.
energy of horses.
Yeah,
They're-
they're such magnificent animals.
Yeah.
I mean, beautiful animals.
They are.
And so, if there's a group that would like to come in, say for a birthday party,
Birthday parties are difficult.
but I'm therapeutic. You know, we're talking maybe about 5 or 7 kids. If it's from a school,
Groups
yeah.
can be arranged.
Yeah,
The
so
timing
that-
on that is a little
Say-
bit iffy because of the volunteers.
Yeah,
You know,
so if this would be for a therapeutic situation,
Yeah.
because a lot of times kids who have some physical disabilities,
Sure.
they, you know, they readily don't have a lot of kids for playmates or whatever.
Yeah.
And so this would be a wonderful, not only is it enjoyable and fun,
Yeah. Yeah.
but they're being healed at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're being cured
Yeah, it's
medically,
therapeutic.
therapeutically, which is really outstanding. And they're doing it, and it's happening without their knowledge. I mean,
For the most part, yeah,
they're
there is
not
some
understanding.
non-participatory therapy involved.
They're not
also lots of hands-on.
Yeah, they're not
activity.
understanding what it really is, and yet it's working. It's magic. It's
Yes,
working what it
absolutely.
has to do.
Yeah, it sure does.
What kind of clothing would they have to wear? What does someone wear when they get on a horse? Do they wear riding boots or regular shoes or gym shoes?
Recommend long pants and sturdy shoes. But therapeutic riding, we accommodate young children as well, and that might be shorts and sandals. But we try to keep it safe as much as we can. And yeah, if they're doing some riding, long pants and hard shoes.
So, and because I was thinking, and if it's in the summertime, is there enough ventilation or is there air conditioning?
There's not air conditioning at the facility. We do have lots of doors that we maintain open. The horses have fans.
Probably fans.
Horses
that's good.
have individual fans in their stalls.
Yeah.
And it's airy, so it doesn't get too overwhelming, but it's warm in the summer.
Yeah, they don't sweat or whatever.
No, you deal with the environment.
So, what type of, I mean, you have a saddle, you have a blanket, saddle blanket.
Yep, it's an English style riding facility.
Oh, really?
So we use English saddles.
There's no horn then?
No, there's no horn.
Okay.
No, there's reins and stirrups for the most part for stability and body mechanics. We use a blanket and then a saddle pad and then the saddle.
Saddle pad. Oh, all right. So the blanket goes first, then the pad, and then the.
Yeah, and it's
so
all
it
for
doesn't,
some comfort for the horse.
Yeah,
'cause there's some movement and some vibrations.
Yeah,
and
doesn't irritate. That's good. Okay.
Yep.
And all year round.
Yep.
So
all year round, except for Mondays. Yeah.
Wow, all year round. That's. I mean, a lot of places sometimes close down for the summer. They put the horses out to pasture or whatever, and pick up again in the fall. But the kids or whatever disability might be needed for whomever, they don't shut down and go out to pasture.
No.
I mean,
we typically have riders that repeat every week.
They've got to come in, sure.
Yeah, they come every week. They look forward to it every week.
And so is it just once a week they could come, or
no, multiple times a week. With the hippotherapy.
Yeah.
Again, that's a discussion with the doctor and the therapist. The therapeutic riding, on the other hand, is as often as you can get on a schedule, I suppose. With your riding instructor and the time that's available with the instructor or the therapist, it's getting the schedule up.
Are horses colorblind?
I don't know. Possibly. I don't know what horses see.
Because
I don't know what modern science says either.
Because if the rider wore something bright, would that be?
I don't think that they're sensitive to color. I don't think that there's different colors that they react to or alert to. I haven't noticed any of that. It's more.
I mean, because I was going to say, if their colors are more subdued that the rider would wear, that wouldn't agitate the horse. But because I'm trying to get understanding about the ringing of the bell or whatever, and then the movement of this ball that you said you can make and the horse stands still while they.
Yeah, well, the ball's moving around. Yeah, they're acclimated to that. That's part of the horse's job is to remain calm during that. Yeah.
Stand still.
Yep, or walk past it as they walk past it. It's directly over their head. The ball. They walk right towards it and it goes right over their head.
Do they have a routine, or is it the rider who makes the routine?
It's ad lib for the most part.
Oh, really?
The therapist will make a decision as to, hey, let's serpentine the cones, or let's weave the cones, or let's go over the poles, or let's stop at the numbers game or the ducks game, or the therapist is in charge of that. The leader is to do that, do what's required, and the horse follows for the most part.
So, I mean, I'm just trying to think if there would be anything that would startle them.
We had a small startle when I was leading with the horse the other day. Birds were throwing out an old nest, and it happened to be close to the arena, and the horse was reacted, stood up, lifted its head, just kind of did a sidestep or a little shuffle step.
Yeah,
and we had a rider on, and it wasn't anything but that, just a small reaction, and you get back to business. Hold the horse and correct, reassure him, calm energy, calm voice, and keep going. So.
Do you have any Appaloosas?
We do not. We have a draft horse. We have a part draft, part quarter Belgium draft horse.
We have a Belgium Malinois dog. I don't know.
He's a gorgeous horse. Gorgeous.
Yeah, and the Appaloosa is beautiful, or the
spotted hindquarters, and it's a beautiful horse. We do not have Appaloosas. We have some warm bloods and some quarter horses and some ponies.
The ponies.
Polo horses. I don't know all the breeds.
Polo horses.
Yeah, retired polo horses.
Interesting. Now, why do they wrap their? Is it ankles or their feet?
Support and protection for. A lot of those are jumping type horses. We have jumping lessons as well. There's a couple of private operators, private horsemen that are teaching in the facility. They take private lessons for experienced riders. They do hunting and jumping, and it's Third Coast Equestrian and Tribute Farms.
I never knew. I mean, did they wrap the ankles
they can click together and hurt themselves that way. When they're going over a jump, they can hit, and it can hurt them. When they're landing from jumping, it's extra support. It's like having a little knee wrap on or something. It serves many purposes.
Oh, sure.
Is that what the wrap is?
Now, is that just tape or something?
It's a cotton type fabric towel maybe that wraps around several times and Velcro strap on it to hold it together.
Oh,
so it has some compression to it, but it's not like a compressed type dressing.
And now I can understand. You just explained, and now I can understand.
Okay.
Because of the force of the horse.
Yeah, they're large animals.
In landing.
Yeah, they're large animals. They're
heavy,
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So in landing, it would give them more stability.
Yes.
Not to, wobble.
Yeah, not to twist or whatever.
Twist.
Yeah.
So that would be.
Footing.
Yeah, that would be good footing.
Yeah.
There's other questions I want to ask about this. I just don't know which ones I should come up with. You've been so informational on this. It's wonderful. You do a wonderful job. And people out there, if you are in need or want or curiosity of how these magnificent animals can help you, please feel free to contact Horsefeathers, and they're in Lake Forest. You can get online and see what there is, horsefeatherscenter.org, and see if they can help you or you can be of service to them. Volunteers are needed.
Absolutely, always.
Did we say that good enough?
Volunteers
Volunteers are needed, and wanted and loved.
It's a good experience.
What else?
Yeah.
And a good experience.
Yeah.
You know, and do you have to be a certain age? I mean, can you have senior citizens out there?
We can.
You know,
We can.
some
There
of
is
the,
there is a minor age limit
You know-
for hands-on horse touching. It's 12, 14. I'm uncertain.
I mean, so you
But
know,
with parents and all that and safety, we have safety in mind. So
because
it's on the release
some
form.
some people are retired
Yeah.
and
Yeah, we get a lot of retired people.
they
that
they
come in.
would
We
like
have a
to
good base of
they would
regular
like to
volunteers.
come and help. They love children, they're grandparents,
Yeah.
and they have time on their hands.
Yeah. Yeah. That describes a lot of our
and they would
volunteers.
like to help as much as they can.
Absolutely. And we
So,
could use it. We
and
utilize it.
also the fact is that they may have a disabled grandchild or
Absolutely.
child themselves and want to volunteer their services.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
volunteers are
Welcome.
needed and
Yeah.
welcome.
They're very
That's a
welcome.
good word.
they're very
Dan, that's
welcome.
wonderful. Welcome, yes, absolutely welcome. Anything special for Mother's Day that you're going to be having there? I mean, it's just the regular routine that
Regular
every.
routine. Yeah.
So that's not, frightening anybody or
I don't. Again, I'm not that informed of the activity that might be happening. I don't believe there is anything special happening on Mother's Day except for Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
all
Well,
the
of
mothers
course,
that are there.
Absolutely. But the horses sound wonderful.
They are.
And Paula and Nick do a wonderful job.
Yes, they do.
And we must take our hats off to you guys. You do a wonderful job.
Yeah.
And Dan,
There might be therapist opportunities there as well. If there's
Therapist
people,
opportu-
people
oh,
looking
sure,
for therapists for
sure.
walking with horses and working with kids. I think there's opportunity on the schedule for more therapists.
and you've been wonderful to describe and give information about Horsefeathers. I mean, to someone who has no knowledge about what they do or
good.
that there's even horses in this area,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Several years ago, or before I went to Horsefeathers, I got connected with Horsefeathers. I had no idea what hippotherapy was. I looked it up and educated myself, and it's a bona fide therapy that I've
Bona
seen.
fide,
that
absolutely.
I've seen work. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's, we'll have to do a part 2 on this. When you come back, you should come back with some pictures
Yeah.
because
We can get
it
some photos
will
of the
be
horses and the riders.
wonderful idea.
There are some on the website. And
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
there's some photos of the horses and
that-
the riders and what we do
That-
on the website.
I didn't even ask you, is there any one group that has been coming there for many years, do you know?
There have been riders that have been with Horsefeathers for years.
Really?
Yes, yeah, even decades, I believe.
Oh.
So there are small children that return as adults
Oh,
and ride.
You're joking me.
No,
Really?
It's been the experience that I've seen. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
A wonderful, pleasant,
It's a great
therapeutic.
environment. Yeah, it's a very nice environment.
Yes.
It's stable at the stable.
Oh, this is cool. Did you just make that up? That's
maybe,
cool. Oh,
Maybe I did.
that's great. That's great. Stable at the stable,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's very good. That's very good. I'm just so happy you came.
Well, thank you.
And I must thank Paula. Thank you, Paula, for sending this wonderful gentleman, Dan Wexted, who has really put his heart into explaining what Horsefeathers is and does for its,
Thank you very much for having me here.
Oh,
This
listen,
is exciting.
my pleasure. I'm just so thrilled that it accomplishes what it set out to do.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
It helps so many.
It does.
I mean,
It does.
not only the rider,
Yeah.
not only the writer.
All on the generosity of the community.
See that?
It's a complete not-for-profit organization that operates completely on volunteers, donations, and generosity of the community.
Volunteers.
It's a great place. It's
Wonderful.
a wonderful place.
You know, I'm sure that if you just had your spring gala, you know,
Yes.
That somebody must have taken pictures or whatever.
Yes, I'm sure there will be updates to something.
Yeah, so when you come on next time, in a couple of months or whatever, please, you know, I'll contact Paula and have her send you with some 8x10s or whatever, so people could probably see themselves in the picture.
Put some graphics up and
Absolutely,
see what's going on.
the graphics would be wonderful.
Yeah, okay.
That's
I didn't think about
outstanding. Isn't it incredible that an animal, I mean, a bird, a dog, they have service dogs,
Yes, absolutely.
cats,
Cats.
can be of such great help,
Oh, yeah.
such great
Yeah.
help, something more than just another human being, because they give, you know, this love that
it's just unconditional.
that you know
they
don't ask for anything in return.
No.
And the feeling of being able to be calmed by the petting and stroking of the horse,
And riding,
of the dog, the cat, the bird, the love. The love is there. It's
Tigger
just
gives purr therapy.
Tigger the cat.
Tigger the cat gives purr therapy.
It purrs, purr.
Therapy. Although I put in a lot of work with Tigger, and I've gotten just a few purrs. I'm waiting for the big release.
How old is he?
He's an older cat.
An older,
Yeah,
well,
he's a tabby cat who runs the place, but yeah, he's great. Tigger.
Good,
Purr
good.
therapy.
So he's not a mouser that he's not.
He's a mouser. He wanders. Yeah, he works at night. Yeah, so you find him most of the time.
He's
in
a
the
creeper.
office sleeping. A lot of the riders meet him because he sleeps during the day.
Oh my
Hangs
goodness.
out close to the office.
Oh my goodness sakes.
Begs for food.
Oh my goodness sakes. I'm just so happy that and thrilled that so many people have enjoyed and have found comfort and therapeutic help in riding the horses.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Most people think right away you have to go to a doctor and take some pills or whatever.
Yeah, no.
When
therapy.
the reality is just the contact of an animal is better.
Yeah, it's soothing.
Than popping a pill, because this gets you into reality that it's a life form and you're able to connect with it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I can enter a horse's stall without thinking or taking inventory of my own emotion or energy, and walk into a stall with the horse and be alerted to, hold on a second, there's something going on, let me center myself and get calm and get on his level and be calm. Yeah, but they can alert to different energies.
They sense that.
They do. They're very intuitive that way.
Yeah, it's a sense.
Horse sense, so to speak.
Boy, you're full of that. Well, you should be a comic. They're looking for new comics all over.
I had Horsefeathers.
Horsefeathers. Comic Horsefeathers. Okay, comic sense. Well, I hope that you enjoyed yourself this evening.
I did. Thank you very much.
I enjoyed myself immensely.
We had a great time.
And we want to thank our viewers for allowing us in your home or your place of business. Have a very pleasant evening, a very safe week, and have a very happy Mother's Day. And we wish you to connect with Horsefeathers if you are in need or just curiosity, and take a tour. Take a tour and you'll see. Thank you for watching. Have a very pleasant evening. And Dan, it's been my pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much, Beth.
Please do come back again.